Hi, I'm Scott,
And I'm Andrew, and thank you for joining us for Hebrews Podcast
where we talk about our personal experiences being dads in the day-to-day life of raising kids.
and coffee.
Lots of coffee.
Lots of coffee.
Lots of coffee. Good morning. Welcome to Hebrews Podcast. We're glad that you're here, whether it be morning or whether it be night.
Night, whenever you listen to it, we're
Yep.
glad that you're here with us.
Sure are.
Along for the journey, the ride.
Yeah, the coffee is always brewing. My daughter just asked us, why do
Yeah.
you always make coffee
was-
when you do podcasts? It's like, why don't you drink coffee? I know why she doesn't drink coffee.
Yeah, that would be,
I know why.
That would
So.
be crazy.
It would be
That would be.
insane. So, anyway, glad you're here. While you're here, why don't you go ahead and like the video if you're watching on YouTube?
Thumbs up.
Thumbs it up. Subscribe to the channel. It'll really help out a lot. You can check out our Instagram at Hebrews_podcast.
Yeah.
Check us out on the Facebook.
The book face.
Hebrews Podcast. If you can't find it, I don't know why you wouldn't be able to, but you
Our
can
link, yeah.
you can find Pastor Andrew here
Yeah.
on Facebook, and he should be able to point you in the right direction.
Yeah, it'll be in
Let's
one of my posts that I just shared.
Yeah, exactly. We also have Spotify.
Yep.
If you're an audio listener only, we are looking mighty fine this evening or this morning, whichever morning or evening you're listening
With new
or
fresh
watching.
specs that you
Fresh
haven't gotten to see yet.
spectacles.
So check us out
Hold on, you've
YouTube.
lived in church before.
Yeah, but
People
there's
have seen it.
Yeah.
Watch YouTube.com.
do it.
Do it. Yeah. So that's our intro spiel.
Yeah.
Oh, and we've got coffee here.
We got coffee.
And a special treat.
This coffee, we've been putting this coffee off. No, this is not cat poo coffee.
Not cat poo coffee.
This is a coffee that is. This was one of the. I think this was one of the first ones that came in the box that you
What?
got.
Yeah, one of the first flavors that for sure. So
And we looked at it and we were like,
the flavor profiles. It was called Ethiopian.
It was some weird. It was some weird name.
And the second word's an M. I don't know.
Yeah,
But the flavor profile was
different.
different. It was jasmine, like green tea,
Yep.
peaches. No, it wasn't peaches.
Pomegranate.
Apricot.
Apricot. Apricot.
Apricot? How do you
Apricot.
say it? It's definitely apricot.
It's apricot.
I don't know. I would go with apricot.
Potato. Apricot.
Pecan or pecan. But anyway,
Milk
the flavor
or
of the
malt.
coffee.
What? Milk? Have you not seen
Milk?
that? Yeah.
No, I haven't seen
Can you
it.
get me some milk?
Milk is how you say it.
Oh, 100%. It is
Okay.
definitely milk.
You're getting a FaceTime video.
Yeah. From my wife. Sorry, honey.
That's okay. You should
I love
answer
you.
it on the podcast.
I can't answer on the podcast.
Why?
I guess I can. It's just Rylan. We'll say goodnight to Rylan.
Oh.
Hi, buddy. Do you want to say hi to the people? We're recording the podcast.
Welcome to Hebrews Podcast. My name is...
It's Rylan.
What?
He's
Hey,
shirtless.
buddy. He's shirtless. Oh.
He's eating his dinner.
He's probably making a mess.
What are you eating, buddy? Ooh, cracked chicken.
Hi.
Yeah, you like seeing Scott, too. There's Scott.
Hey, bud. Hi. Yummy chicken. I love chicken.
It's delicious.
I just
This
remembered
chicken
I
is
didn't
good.
eat dinner.
Same.
Yeah.
He just said Scott. There we go.
Did he really?
Yeah.
No
come
way.
close
It's his
a
first
few
word.
times. It's not his first word.
his first word,
It's not
everybody.
his first word. His first word was dad. Yeah.
There we go. My own kids don't say my name.
And dad. Yeah. Can dad call you back in a little bit?
He's fading fast, Dada. He didn't get a nap.
Okay. Okay. Well, we'll try. But I love you, buddy.
Say love you, Dada.
Love you. Bye, buddy. So sorry about that. I haven't been. This is a weekly update.
Yeah.
Well,
jump right
coffee
into how was
first.
your week? I did take a sip because I was like, I can't really talk through everything here.
Yeah, sorry about that.
So we were talking about the flavors: jasmine green tea,
Yes,
apricot, and then
blueberry,
is it blueberry
jam.
jam.
Like not just blueberry, but blueberry
So
jam.
sweet blueberry, I guess.
Yeah. So, but so we pushed it off. We pushed it off. We're like, let's not do this one. This one, like green tea. and
It doesn't seem
blueberry
like a
jam.
whole coffee. It seems
then
like a
we
very
opened it.
light. Yeah,
And we were like, this smells pretty good.
it does. It
Smells
does.
pretty good. So we're
Yeah.
gonna give her a.
And we
good
made it
ol'-
iced tea because we figured it brew that way, nice
Yeah.
and light, summery.
And it's a light roast. This will be
Yeah.
our first light. This is my first light roast in a long time.
really
I always cater towards medium, if not dark.
dark. Yeah.
I love dark roast. It is
Mhm.
delicious. So we're gonna give her a good old sipperoo, a little ASMR sip.
Oh, I've got some sensitive teeth in the back there, and I just got a whole bunch of ice cold in my back.
Yeah,
Yep,
good.
It's tasty.
it's profile like flavor profiles that I would not put together because I
No.
can definitely taste like the little bit of the green tea,
Yeah,
which is weird because we put caramel syrup
caramel syrup. Yep.
in here.
Yep. Which
But
I
I feel
can't
like
taste
that-
any caramel.
No, but it's definitely like it's got that. Yeah, that's good. I like this one. It's a good. I'll be honest. This would be a good like every once in a while.
It's a great, like, really hot day out kind of thing.
Yes,
Nice
yes,
and
but
light.
this wouldn't be like my classic. Like right now, my go-to, partially because I want to use up the coconut, is coconut and
Coconut.
caramel. With it's just a basic espresso blend flavoring.
We
But
also have here is a viewer for the podcast sent in some Java chip flavor cream Oreos. Java chip flavor. Did I read that right?
Java
I did.
chip
Java
flavored
chip
cream.
flavored cream. Okay, so the Oreo is obviously still the Oreo.
So it's like it's gonna. Pause. Yeah, sorry. That would have been so much better.
So much better.
I-
He opened it right before the
was trying
podcast
to
started,
be
and I was
like,
like, no,
Not
I wanted to
cringy of,
ASMR
like,
it.
cracking this thing open, and then we're gonna do it on the podcast.
So yeah, I'll take one here, and you grab one. Let's see how these
Sure.
go. I touched this one a lot, but now I feel like it's the hardest one to get out. It smells very coffee. I
very
like
coffee.
it. I like it. How is it over there? Is that good? You gotta. I'm gonna twist and lick. You gotta twist
You
and lick.
barbarian.
No, it's like I'd put the whole thing in my mouth. You took a dainty bite. Like I would have just threw the whole thing in my mouth at first. But the twist and lick method is tried and true for getting the flavor out of the cream. Like I know
Yeah.
what the cookie tastes like. I know it. It's an Oreo cookie. Without a doubt, like this statement is for sure. Oreo cookies are the best cookies in the world. So, there's that.
You didn't even lick it. You just
Okay,
ate.
I tried to lick it. And then I looked at the camera in my brain and I was like, this looks weird.
He says, "I'm gonna crack it open and lick it," and then he just took a bite of the cream.
Oh, I didn't bite the cream. I just took all the cream. Because I figured licking it would have been a weirder sound.
Yes. That would have been yes. There.
Mm.
It's good though.
It is good. Mm.
It's good. The one thing I don't like about Oreos, I disagree that I have tasted cookies that I enjoy more than Oreos. Now Oreos are delicious, but the Oreos always give me like that cotton mouth feel because of the cookie part. That like I don't know. Yeah.
Drink milk.
There you go. We should have. I mean, we talked about doing the that coffee milk with these. That would have been a lot, but
I know it says Milk's favorite cookie somewhere, or it used to.
or maybe is that one of those? What do they call that? That effect, Mandela effect.
The Mandela effect?
Yeah, like stuffed.
I'm pretty sure it says Milk's favorite cookie.
like stuffed. I always thought it was 2 F's because that's how you spell stuffed, but it's 1 F.
just one F.
But crazy. Well, I got my before we get into our weeks, I got my joke.
Oh,
It's-
that's right. Jokes. That's a good time
it's
to
not
start.
really a dad joke. It's more of a joke.
enough.
But this past weekend, and you'll hear a little bit about my weekend. But this past weekend, I tried a Wookiee. It was chewy.
You can't believe you ate Chewy.
Just kidding. I didn't eat chewy, but it was
All right, so here we go. My umbrella ripped in half. But it's a good thing because the weather's only calling for 50% chance of rain.
That's a good one. I didn't learn until recently that when it says like So for your county, for your area, when it says 50% chance rain,
Yeah.
it doesn't mean that there's a 50% chance. It means that 50% of that area will get rain.
Really?
Yeah.
Are you sure that the meteorologists aren't just lying to us to make us feel like they're
That
doing
is-
their job better?
No, I mean, there is an aspect to that question sometimes.
Did they tell us it was supposed to snow all week this week again?
No.
They probably did. I don't know. It's
I-
Wisconsin, right?
It's Wisconsin, yeah.
Man.
So, but yeah, I found that out
Yeah.
relatively, not, I would say within the past, like, year. No.
Within a year.
Maybe it's been longer than that. I can't remember what Pastor Mark was telling me about it
Okay.
because we were talking about hunting. And I was like, well, it says it's 60% chance. Like, I don't know if we should go. And he was like, well, actually, let's look at the radar because the 60%
I usually look at
just
the radar
means-
as well, yeah.
Yeah. But anyways, so if you didn't know, now you know.
Now you know. Knowing
Ham
is half
comes
the
from
battle.
pigs.
Ham comes from pigs.
And 60% means 60% of the county.
60% of the time, it rains.
All the time.
That's true.
So, but yeah, my weekend and week has been busy. That's part of the reason that I accepted the call to see Rylan and Laney is because I've been gone.
Well, that and I
They've
told
been-
you to.
Yeah. They've been gone since they left Saturday to go up to visit with her family and see them and hang out. Laney's grandpa isn't doing too well, and so she decided to go up there, which is fine because I was at a pastor's. It's not really a retreat or a conference. It's like there's business. Then there's definitely aspects where like we get to learn and grow and build network and do networking and all that. But it's crazy busy. So basically, Sunday after church, I go home, I pack, and then I left. And then it's just go. And usually when it's bedtime for Ryland, we're in the middle of a service.
Sure.
And so yeah, I haven't gotten to see either of them really a whole lot the past couple of days because spoiler alert, we aren't recording at
3 in the
4
morning.
a.m. Yeah, 3 a.m. on Thursday. But they'll be coming back tomorrow, which I'm super excited about. I miss
That is
my
exciting.
wife and my little
I know
guy.
it. Sometimes it's good to be away for like a minute, and then you're like, no, I don't want to be away.
Yeah, but I have made Lainey and I have been talking about this a lot, and I tried to do it when it was just her and I, but I'm definitely going to be doing it a lot better now. Is when I'm gone at the stuff like this, whether it's youth convention. I guess youth convention is a little different, and camp might be a little challenging. But when I'm gone at things like they call it Network Summit,
Yeah.
But there's random coffee shops and things around, and so I'm going to try to buy something for Rylan, whether it's small, whether it's big, just as something to say, hey, here, because I think it'd be something fun to do. And so I got him a book.
Nice.
Because we love to read, and he loves to before bed, and he'll randomly like grab a book, and it's the worst when he grabs like
longest
Redfish,
books.
Bluefish. We don't put those by like
his bed,
the bed books because
You're smart, but he'll get smarter.
yeah, but it's the worst when we're like playing and he'll grab the book because that's what he says, and then he'll sit down, and then he wants to help turn the page, and it's super fun. And so I got him a book that it's Daddy Loves You or Daddy Loves
Oh.
Me, because we have a couple of them. I think it's the same author that wrote the ones. We have a Grandma Loves Me, and I think there's a Mom one. I can't remember, but I was like, this is coming from Daddy's.
Nice.
So yeah, that's why I answered. Maybe you could pause and zoom in and see him shirtless as he's eating cracked chicken,
Cracked chicken.
which is quite delicious. If you haven't had it,
Is
let us
it
know.
the technique in the bone cracking?
No, it's just
Cracked
I don't-
pepper?
Yes,
Yeah, there
cracked
we go.
pepper and chicken and cream
Mhm.
cheese and sometimes you can throw bacon in there and then you
Ooh.
throw it on a bun like a sloppy Joe. Oh, it's so delicious.
Sloppy Joe.
You throw it in the
That's
crock
stuff.
pot and it's delicious. It's quite delicious. So, how's your week?
My week was great. My birthday fell on
Yeah.
Sunday, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes, the 23rd.
The 23rd. Yep. Okay. And we had tickets, and we went and saw the Red Sox play the Milwaukee Brewers.
Yeah, I think you talked about that a little bit last week.
I did, but it was before the game.
Yep.
So the game has obviously happened
Yep.
because
And
I'm
the Brewers
older.
won.
The Brewers won 1 out of 3 games, and it was the one game that we went to. The game the game was great. I loved it. Had a great time. We had great seats. My wife picked them out for my birthday because I'd been looking for the Red Sox coming to town ever since we moved here. Because I know the stadium, Brewer Stadium, used to be Miller Park, right? I've always heard great things about Miller Park, and I was like, it's one of the ballparks I'd love to go to because it looks nice. Of course, now it's Family Planning Center. No, okay, I just mixed like three things together. Family Something Center and Planning Center. Family Park? Family Fun Time?
I honestly don't know. I don't follow the Brewers.
It's Family Something.
I want to go to Comerica, so
No one wants to go there.
this guy.
The Tigers are playing the Brewers currently. I think their series started right after the Red Sox left
Did they?
town. Yep.
I've been so unplugged from things, but
That's fine.
anyways.
So anyway, we were at the game. It was fantastic. It was a really good seats. I got to see, my highlight was I got to see Jason Varitek.
There you go.
And if you're not familiar with the Red Sox, which I don't expect you to be because we don't live in New England, Varitek was the catcher for like the big run when the Red Sox used to be really bad, and then they won the World Series. So he is a Boston legend.
Yep.
And I saw him. I was like, you know what? I'm happy because he's a defensive coach. Or I don't know what they call him in baseball.
They have
There's so many coaches on the
Right,
bench.
it's
He's
like-
one of the coaches.
yeah.
And so the Red Sox had pinch hit one of their catchers, so he obviously couldn't play. And then the second catcher got injured on a play where a ball came up and hit him in the hand. Turns out they thought he broke his hand. X-rays after the game didn't actually break.
Well, that's good.
But you only carry two catchers a
Right.
team.
Right.
So we were literally right behind the Red Sox dugout.
And they're freaking out.
And no one's freaking out. Alex Gore, the head manager's out there talking to him, like, you okay? They're wrapping up his hand. He throws a pitch back to the pitcher. Wild throw. Misses him by like 10 feet. And it's like, oh no, this guy's not catching
He's
anymore.
not good.
So I yelled to Jason Varitek, who was literally like maybe 40 feet from me. He could hear me.
Yeah.
I was like, Varitek, get in there. And I loved it. It was like a highlight of my week. And I was
that'd
like,
be
oh
fun.
yeah. Because he heard it.
Oh yeah, he had to have.
And then the third base coach was standing right next to him, and he turned and like looked right at me. And I was like, what?
What? Who said it?
I didn't say anything bad.
Pointed at Eliza.
I was like, it was her.
It was her.
Yeah, so no, had a great time. There were a couple of home runs hit. It's really hard to judge a home run when you're sitting in the park.
It is.
On TV, it's easy because they zoom into where it's going to land.
Right.
And you're like, oh, that's definitely a home run.
Right.
But in the
There's a
ballpark, like fly balls are really impressive because they go so far.
So yeah.
And it's like, oh, that barely made it out of the infield.
Yeah, we used to sit behind the right field line. Because when growing up we'd play, they do this deal for the Ipsy community baseball teams, and so we'd get to go at this crazy discount, and all
Yeah.
the teams would go, and so we'd always sit in the same spot for a couple of years, and it is impressive. Like TV, it's funny that you say that because like. You never know. Like in TV, you can tell.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
you can tell when it's going out or when it's going to be super super close. But when you're on the field, it's like anything that gets
Anything
shot
that
in
gets
the air,
hit.
you're like,
So
"Where's
you're
it
like,
going?
oh
Where's it
my
going?" And
goodness.
you're like, it's barely on the grass.
Yeah. So, but there were a couple home runs. It was very entertaining. I had a great time. Got a big bucket of popcorn.
There you go.
Yeah. By the way, seating in ballparks,
Terrible.
I'm pretty sure I had
You
this
don't-
old lady on my lap.
Yeah.
I was like, hey. I mean, I had a fun time because they were very friendly people.
Yeah.
But it was definitely your sardines packed in there.
That's why I like going to the nosebleeds.
Oh yeah, that's true. They
'cause
probably
it's-
don't have too many people just
Right.
squished in.
And you could see
And we used to
more
always sit in the
and-
bleachers in at Fenway when we went to Fenway. There were bleacher seats in the outfield,
Yep.
and it's like, yeah, no one's sitting right on top of you there.
Right.
So
So it's definitely an experience, though. If you have not experienced a Major League Baseball game, I would
lots of fun.
highly recommend it. Even if you don't really like baseball,
Nina likes baseball, but she doesn't like watch it.
it's definitely
She's a sport player, but not a sport watcher.
yeah. And baseball is one of the ones that it's like, we'll be honest, it can be fairly boring.
With the new rules, it goes real fast.
Yes.
By the way,
new
I don't know if
rules-
you watched any
I
baseball
don't-
this year.
I'm still kind of torn with some of them.
I like the new rules just because it goes faster.
Yeah, that's the one benefit.
And everyone, the new rules are applied to, obviously. It's not
Yes.
like they're only applied
right
here.
right,
So it's fair
not- yeah.
in
Like,
that
because there's
sense.
the pitch clock and the bat clock. Like it's not just the pitch clock, which
Yeah.
I know they were talking about for the longest time. It's like, well, but then the batter can just do his thing. It's like,
Yeah.
nah.
Yeah, so.
But anyways, that's good. That's good. That's
Let's see,
always
did I do
good.
anything else this week? That was a pretty big highlight. That was just Sunday. Just Saturday, actually. Saturday night was the game. My birthday was seriously we went to a friend of ours' birthday party, their kid, at a swimming pool. And it was a girl's birthday party, so it was just basically tons of kids, tons of girls.
Mm-hmm.
I love kids' birthday parties. Oh, it was fine. It was fun. But it was my birthday.
Yeah, that's always good.
So.
That's good. Well, today we kind of want to keep it. We're gonna have some fun.
Yeah.
This will be like a learn from me kind of thing, or
Yeah,
I don't
kind of
know.
like introductions some more, I guess. We're going
Yeah.
backwards a little bit. Learn a little bit more about Scott and Andrew.
Like the stories I will never tell Rylan, basically.
But
So
he'll
I'm-
hear them
I'm
because
glad
you
that-
listen to it in the car.
Yeah, actually, Lainey and him listen to it while he's eating breakfast most Thursday mornings. And
Nice.
I'll pop in and check in on him. But good thing he does not retain any of the information because
Someday he
I
will.
already know he's going to give us a run for
He
his
will.
money
Mhm.
and or run for our money, not run for his money.
I mean, he's
It's
got
not
to
his
to run for his
Time to
money
earn your
too.
keep, boy.
Get cracking.
But we thought it'd be super fun. Just kind of talk about some of the things that we've done, whether it's crazy
Mhm.
or kind of a cool story, or
Yeah.
just kind of keep it light. Partially because of I'll be honest, my voice sounds kind of hoarse. I've even noticed it. And it sounds deeper, whatever.
Do we need to communicate in Morse?
No, because my voice is hoarse.
Horse.
But
My kids have been listening to that "What Does the Fox Say" song,
oh my god.
and that's one of the lines. If you ran into a horse, would you communicate by horse? It's stuck in my head forever.
Oh, kids.
At least it's not peaches. Peaches, peach. Anyway,
Such a good song.
so we're gonna talk about stories from our lives.
Yeah.
Just wild, wacky. I got one. I'll start if you unless you want to start.
I don't care.
So as you might have known, I went to a private Christian high school, Dublin Christian Academy. It is in the woods of Dublin, New Hampshire. Absolutely nothing around. It's not like a city.
Ireland.
I mean, it would be fantastic if it was Ireland. So Dublin, New Hampshire. You're right, not Ireland. And the way it's set up is there's a boys' dorm. There's a road like a half a mile down or a quarter mile down. There's the school. And then between that, there's the girls' dorm on the other side of the road. And then on the other side, there's a hill, and it goes down into like woods, where we had our soccer field. And my first year as a dorm student there, the soccer field was being made. Like they were landscaping and excavating and stuff. So we weren't really allowed down there. But it was springtime, and someone said they saw a bear walking down the hill. And, of course, the boys' dorm kind of went nuts.
Yeah.
We're like, there's a bear.
There's a bear.
There's a bear. So
get it.
we all grabbed our golf clubs, one each, and we started running, booking it to find this bear.
We're gonna save the city.
Basically, it's like, let's find this bear. And the golf clubs weren't to attack it and harm it. It was if it tried to eat us.
Right.
Of course, we were in high school.
'Cause
and
we're
we
smart.
didn't think through this. No,
No, we're smart.
No, I wouldn't say
Protection.
smart. Yes, we were gonna beat a bear with a golf club, kind of like that the Office Space movie where they have all the bats and stuff with the printer on the ground. Except the printer would maul us viciously.
Oh my gosh.
So that's a little wild story. Is high school boys don't think things through. I would actually venture that boys, period, don't think things through. I would probably run down that same hill with a golf club. If you walked in this room and said there's a bear down there, I'd go get my golf club and we'd go find a bear.
Why not?
I would, yeah. We had seen a bear in the hills there before when we were camping on property.
Yeah.
So bears are cool.
Yeah.
Scary.
Scary but cool.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of high school boys really thinking things through, I have a record.
Criminal record.
Not criminal.
One.
So,
I don't think there's any other kind of record.
Would it
Score one for Andrew.
technically-
That's his
Is
record.
it technically a record?
It's gone now because you're over 18. Unless you were 18 when it happened.
No, yeah, because I think it was technically a juvenile offense.
A delinquent.
We'll get into it. So, we're in high school. Me and a bunch of buddies. We used to do a bunch of stupid stuff. Like, I did not partake in this, and this isn't like I'm not trying to get myself in trouble. I was just too afraid to do it, like smash mailboxes. And
Oh.
as soon as someone did, I booked it, and it sucked because there's a group of 12 of us, and they all run one way, and guess which way I ran?
The opposite direction.
The opposite direction, yeah. And
You were the only one that got caught?
no,
way.
I didn't get caught. No, this
Oh,
wasn't
okay.
that wasn't my record. But that's just what we would do. Like we were stupid. Like we would. One of my friends, they live by a golf course, and so we would regularly be messing around with the golf course. My brother and his his friend would go and take golf balls and like put hamburger buns and put the golf ball in the hamburger bun and then set it back where it was, or
Oh,
they
like
would-
someone would hit it and they didn't see it. And
yeah, or they would.
All right.
This was bad.
That's
like I
fun.
felt bad about this one, but they would take my brother didn't do this, but some of the other guys in the group would take the flags and like stick it into the green in a different spot. Yeah, but we would do drive dodging,
Try.
and this isn't the
Oh,
record
that sounds
part,
fun.
But we would we would go on the hole that they lived on. I believe it was 13 at Pineview Golf Course. And we
Now we
would-
know exactly who it is.
No, they won't know. And no, yeah. Well, the owner knew that it was probably us, but could never get us. Anyways, we were too sneaky. We were too
We're
smart.
too sneaky, sure.
But we do.
By the way,
drive
hold on,
dodge.
really quick. Adults know when kids are like, "We're too sneaky." We know they don't know.
Oh yeah. Oh,
Like
yeah.
as adults, you know, like you just let it go.
Yeah.
Like with my 9-year-old, she's like, "Oh, I got away with this." It's like, no, we know you
We
did
know.
it.
We know.
Anyway, keep going.
But we do this drive dodging thing, which was the stupidest thing that we could probably think of. But so the way the hole is you tee off, but then there's a big hill, and then it kind of plateaus out, and so you're teeing up the hill with your
Okay.
driver. So you can't see where the ball's going, and you can't see the tee box from where we would stand. So all you would hear is ting, and then you would
Just
try
hope.
to dodge the ball as it's flying straight at you as you're
Wow,
standing on
that could
the-
really hurt.
Yeah.
Anyone get hit?
No,
Never got hit.
thankfully. Partially because
Thankfully,
as soon as
that would have been
ting-
great.
As soon as the ting, we were too afraid, so we would just
Run
lay
as
on the
far.
ground and just cover our heads and then book it. But so
That's
my
fun.
record. So we would. I can't remember why we decided to do this, but we jumped in one of our friends' cars and we were driving around. We're like, let's do something stupid. And so we that's usually what happened, and it was always with. I shouldn't say always, but more times than not, it was with my one buddy, who will go nameless because everybody that knows me knows who it is.
I think I know who it is. No,
Probably, yeah. I've talked about him a lot. Him and I and my brother got into a lot of trouble. But so him and we decided to go to Walmart. We were like, let's buy some like random stuff. And so he bought a Transformers mask. And I bought a Batman mask. And so we were going to go ding dong ditch people because we were like, funny.
Oh, yeah.
We're wearing masks. Nobody know who we are. We're in a different town. It's a little ritzier town, city, actually. And so we're like, we're going to be smart about this. High school boys. They'll never know who we are.
Nope.
And so we're like, we started ding dong ditching. Haha, funny. And then we decided, have you ever heard of lawn gnoming? So it's like ding dong ditching, but the next level. So what you do is you run up, and if there's any teenagers, I'm sorry, but don't do this. It's stupid. It's funny. You run up and you ring the doorbell, and then you run to the curb, and then you just stand there like a lawn gnome as they're staring at you, saying mean things at you, whatever. And then the last person to leave wins. So we started doing that. We're having fun, whatever. And I can't remember. It's probably like 10 o'clock at night. And we're like, okay, let's get one more house. Like we're basically done. Like we've had our fun. We're at the
Sure.
point where like we've been dumb enough and the adrenaline's starting to wear off. It's the same old, same old. And we go to this house and we're like, the lights are off, and we look across the street and we're like, oh, they've got lights on. And because we tried to pick strategic houses where we could easily jump back in the car that was like parked a little bit of ways, and there's like cover if we needed. We're smart.
Sure. Smart kids.
And so we ring the doorbell, we run to the curb, and there's these big dogs that start barking. And initially we're like, oh, this is kind of scary. And so we're just standing on the curb, and this dude is just standing in the window, like not even coming to the door or anything, just looking out there. And we literally stood there for, I don't know, maybe 30 seconds. It felt like 5 minutes. It was probably like 30 seconds. And then every time I was wearing my Batman costume, so I would just scream to the Batmobile and run off.
No.
So we run off, whatever, and we're like, haha, we got the last person, and we're fine. We're driving around. We're like strategically turning down different streets, random streets that in case somebody's following us. And then we notice there's this truck behind us. We're like, what is this? And I'm like, okay, like just stay calm. Like we'll just keep doing what we're doing, acting like we're turning. And he's following us. And then we're like, okay, let's turn into this driveway and pretend like this is our house. Act like we're going home. We turn in the driveway. We turn the car off, and the car kind of slows right behind us and then keeps going. And we're right by the exit of this neighborhood. So we back up and we go the other way towards the exit because we were like coming from the middle of the neighborhood and turn in, and they leave, whatever, and then we go and we pull up to the stop sign, and all of a sudden, like, I don't think anybody else caught it, but out of the corner of my eye, I see two cars with just their parking lights on, and one of them just pulls up. And we go to turn right, and as soon as we turn right, flick, the lights kick on.
Oh no.
It was, yeah, and so they pull up, and they've got guns drawn, and the classic, like, driver, put your arms out the window, now open the door. That literally happened to us.
Huh.
And so they're like, we're on our knees behind the car, and I'm not making any of this up. Like we're on the knees behind the car, handcuffs and everything. And they're like, "What were you guys doing?" And so we told them, we were like, "This is what we were doing. Like it was stupid. We were just having fun, whatever. We thought nothing of it. Come to find out, first, the officer that was in charge, whatever, told us, like, hey, you need to have your parents call me by 7 a.m. tomorrow morning, or I will be calling your parents. And so I was like, oh, crap, I got to, like, tell my parents.
Oh
and
no.
this isn't going to be good, and I'm going to be in so much trouble. And so they tell us that, and we're freaking out. And I was supposed to stay at my buddy's house that night. And I'm like, I got to go home. I can't. Like, I have to go tell my parents. I do not want to face their wrath. So we go home, whatever. And I wake my parents up, and it's like 11:30 at night. And my mom starts freaking out. And meanwhile, my dad's just sitting there kind of chuckling. Because my dad was a PK. And PK's like, there's still stories that my dad will not tell me because he knows that I will probably try to do that.
Yeah.
And so he starts chuckling. They call the officer, and they're laughing. I left the room because I was like, I don't know what they're gonna say. I'll go in my room and wait. Then they called me back in, and I could kind of hear my dad laughing and hear the officer laughing because they're on speakerphone because they could talk to each other or whatever.
Sure.
And come to find out, so there's two things that took place. First thing, we ding-dong ditched a Washtenaw County sheriff who had just made, like, a major drug bust
Oh man.
the week prior. So they thought that it was retaliation. And then there was a bunch of break-ins into vehicles. So they thought that we had the masks, we had everything. So
That sounds like you should do that in a big city.
Yeah, so we technically it wasn't like a big city, like scary bad city. Like,
Well,
it was
okay.
like De Pere, basically. That's
Sure.
the city that we were in.
All right.
But so yeah, I guess I had a juvenile prank on
Man.
my record. Long story short, but
I'm really glad I told my story first because I don't have anything nearly close to that.
I'm sorry, but yeah, it was crazy. It was scary, and yeah, I would never, like. There's nothing, like, I didn't know that. I didn't really think about guns being drawn until like my buddy said something, because when we were obviously like teenagers, so we're trying to do our best to obey, and we open the door or whatever, and we're hands up, and they tell us walk backwards,
Sure.
kneel behind the car. But yeah, it was
Kneel before Zod.
So I have a record. I don't think I do anymore, because
Probably not.
Juvenile prank. I think they said it'll go away, but if I were to do it again, or if I get caught,
Yeah.
I never got caught again.
That's the key.
Then it would become something, like it would stay
Sure.
on my record. I think we wouldn't have jail time or anything, but
Yeah.
yeah, it was.
So I was only threatened. Like I was younger, and I was in a store, and I had too many things in my hand. I didn't have a cart, so I started putting things in my pocket. Come to find out, you don't do that.
Yeah.
I was like 6 years old, by the way.
Yeah. Yeah.
I remember this. It was at Pepperidge Farms in New England. And my mom just kept handing me things to hold. And I was like, I don't know what to do. And I stuffed it in my pocket. And the cashier lady thought I was trying to steal. Like, she was adamant. Like, he's stealing these things. And I was 6, and I was like terrified. I was like, I'm going to go to jail.
No, I've literally caught myself in a store.
Mm-hmm.
And to this day, like this happened probably a week or two ago where I didn't think I needed a cart. And then Lainey calls and says, hey, I need you to get this and this as well. I'm like, okay, well, the cart's way over there or the little hand basket's way over there. Well, I'll just try to carry everything. And I've caught myself literally about to put something in my pocket. I'm like, wait a minute, I can't do that. I just got to deal with stacking things up like this.
Stack
until I
them
can,
up.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I wasn't really a crazy kid. There was a time that there was a cool chemical bottle trick. I'm not going to go into details because it is dangerous.
Toilet bowl cleaner and tinfoil.
That was the detail exactly that I wasn't going to say.
I didn't say what. I didn't say what kind.
It's any of them.
No, it's not. Not
Really?
anymore. No. Even the time, it was one.
Oh,
time.
okay. Well, anyway.
We tried.
We tried. It was it technically was a bomb.
Yes.
But as a kid, you don't think that's what bombs are. You think bombs
Right.
are explosions that are big and giant.
Yeah.
But it's a chemical bomb that can cause serious damage to people.
Yep.
And it's maybe even worse than like an explosion bomb. But anyway, we were stupid kids and we would just make them all the time and throw them in backyards and be terrified because you had to shake it up and the
And then
expansion.
the anticipation of
Yes,
when
exactly.
it would explode. Not if, but when.
When, exactly. And sometimes it would happen in an instant. As soon as it started expanding, it would just blow up.
Yeah.
Or sometimes it wouldn't. It would just expand for like 12 minutes, and you're like, is it going to happen?
Yep.
And 2-liter bottles don't actually make it bigger or smaller. It's all the same as the pressure built up in the bottle, in the confined space.
The best were the
Glass
you can't
bottles.
do it anymore. No, we never did glass.
That's a great call. we did not either.
We would do the 1 liter or no, sorry, not
Liter
the
of
1
cola?
Liter of cola.
Yeah.
No, the what's the it's not a liter, but it's the next size down of pop. There's like you can buy them in like a 6-pack at Charlie's.
20 ounces?
No, they're like this big and they're like that.
Okay, so my brain is going. There's 16-ounce bottles, which are like
That
the
one.
weird mini ones.
No, not the weird mini one, but in between the weird mini and the
20
full
ounce.
liter. So the 20 ounce.
Yeah.
So yeah, but those worked the best for us at least.
We always use water bottles because the friends that we did it with, we always drink water. We could buy like a 24 case of water and have the.
Yeah.
But also, water bottles are fun to put the cap on and you twist
twist
it
it
in the
and-
middle and you spin off the top and it
Yeah.
shoots off.
But no, my brother and I used to do that all the time
Mm-hmm.
until it was like it's scary because it actually it's not like some people think snap it like you just throw it on the ground and pop and cool funny or loud whatever.
No.
This was like a shotgun going off that loud. But we had to they actually changed the makeup of this bottle so you can't do it anymore.
That's probably great.
Yeah, because I mean there was a place in our city. So after my brother and I, we would do it, like have fun. We would just bury it in snow. You could stand like 10 feet away and you could feel the concussion in your
Really?
feet.
That's cool.
Yeah. It was yeah.
So
Anyways, but there was somebody had taken one and filled it with marbles and threw it into a gas station. Thankfully, nobody was hurt. but
Wow.
It was a big deal. And
Yeah,
so
that's bad.
After that, my parents were like, "You're never doing this again."
oh,
and then
your
that's
parents
when they-
knew about it.
Yeah, my parents. Yeah,
Wow.
we got we used to do. My brother and I loved doing science experiments. It was fun.
Science experiments.
We built a trebuchet one time.
Yeah?
Just because.
Did you load it with one of those bottles?
No, this was
Fire it
after.
away.
Yeah. And we launched some flaming tennis balls.
Flaming tennis balls.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, we didn't think about because the way a trebuchet works is it's got it used to be like a piece of leather and then a rope and then a rope.
Yep.
And then it would fling, and at a certain point, the one piece of the rope would open up so that it would launch the projectile. And so we we had it dialed in. We had a nail that was bent perfectly, so it would launch the furthest distance. It was a legit system.
Nice.
And then we were like, let's launch a flaming tennis ball. Well,
Let's
how do you
do
catch a tennis ball on fire? Gasoline.
Everything lit on fire.
Yeah.
Nice.
And it was just a trail of gasoline.
Oh my goodness.
And so I come busting into the house trying to get water, and I got one shoe off, and I couldn't get the other shoe off. So I'm running to the kitchen with one shoe on.
Was
and
it
my
on
dad's-
fire or was
no,
it?
No, thankfully
Oh,
we
you
didn't
just
catch
take your
on
shoes
fire.
off on that in the house.
Yeah.
Okay.
And my dad's like, "What are you doing?" I was like, "Nothing."
I
'Cause
didn't
they
do
didn't-
it.
They knew about the trebuchet,
They
but they
didn't
didn't
know
know
about
about
the
the
fire
fire
tennis ball.
aspect. And we were like,
They learned quick, huh?
"We're gonna burn down the yard. We gotta run." Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, we had fun.
That was a good
We
time.
had a good time. There's lots of fireworks
Mm-hmm.
being launched
Yeah,
from.
I was gonna say we did
crevices,
a
mouths.
good deal of bottle rockets.
Yeah,
Those are always fun.
yeah. It's
Windy
always
days
good.
and bottle rockets don't combine.
We used to have Roman candle fights too. Those were dangerous
Wow.
but fun. We had a trash can lid. Sometimes not.
Mhm.
Sometimes, but yeah, it was good times.
We had a fun game at Dublin in the dorm that we called Welts. So we had a ping pong table, a magnetic dartboard, and a foosball table in the game room in the boys' dorm. And we invented this fun game where you stand like the appropriate distance away from the magnetic dartboard, and one person stands right next to the dartboard with a ping pong paddle. And the goal is to make your dart stick on the wall
While
at
the
any
other-
cost. So we would like wind up like pitchers and throw it as hard as we could. And like these darts, like the magnet base,
those things
like you're
hurt.
holding your hand here and you get smacked right there and it leaves a welt. And I guess that's where the name welts came from.
It's like sting pong.
Yeah.
Good old sting pong. Oh my goodness.
So we had good times.
Yeah, my parents used to come down and yell at my brother and I sometimes because we'd be hollering in the basement because we had a pool table,
Mhm.
and we wanted a ping pong table really bad. So my brother and I found a ping pong table on like Craigslist, I think, because Facebook Marketplace wasn't a thing.
Yeah, Craigslist. That's
we
right.
bought it for $20 because the top of the table was good, but the legs were beat up,
Mhm.
and so we talked the guy down to $20.
Nice.
And then we tore it apart, and all we kept was the top of the ping pong table. And then we put like carpet and styrofoam on top of the pool table, and then just laid that on top and played. And there's many games of sting pong, and
Nice.
yeah, just hear the ball just smacking off the wall. My parents, it's 1 a.m. Yeah, but yeah, we had a lot of fun. I learned a lot, and now I'm like, because they always say like your kids do not twice as much, but
Mm-hmm.
they're like just as rascally or whatever as you
Sure.
are, and I'm like, great.
Yeah.
But we had fun. Like the dumbest thing we did was probably the ding dong ditching
Mhm.
or launching.
Which seems so. It's a bad idea to ring on random people's doorbells, especially in this day and age.
Yeah.
If you're listening to this, honestly, especially with the past couple of weeks of what's been happening, don't go into strangers' places. Leave them alone. Let strangers be strange, doing whatever they do. But that aside, I didn't foresee you ringing a doorbell leading to you being
Yeah. Well, we
drawn
didn't either.
upon.
We thought it'd be funny. Like,
Yeah.
yeah. But I mean, yeah, and we would ding dong ditch this one guy repetitively on the golf course. He actually threatened us and like chased us onto the golf course one time, and like with his car, and
Wow.
threatened to get his gun, and it was
And you guys kept going back
because it was funny.
until.
Yeah, I mean, we swear we shook his house one time because we were devious to this poor old man, and we called him an old man. Like we'd scream at him.
Did all the female bears come out?
Yeah. No, thankfully.
Thankfully.
We chased him with our golf clubs, though.
golf clubs.
But
That's
yeah,
right.
It was not. We were a little deviants.
You're going to be an old man living on a golf course one day.
No, I will not. No, because I know what what little high schoolers think of when it comes to a golf course, because you can't drive on the golf course.
It's true.
But
Oh, well, you can't drive on the golf course. I've got a nice driver.
sad. I don't have
That was a
driver.
joke. He doesn't
But-
have a driver golf club.
But yeah, we thought it'd be fun to just kind of tell some stories, and I've got more. I could, there's many a time.
We were crazy kids separately, of course.
Right.
If we were together, that'd be
Yeah.
crazy.
And here we are. I mean, I lived.
Here we are. Who would have thought?
Nearly blew off my fingers a few times, but man.
Yeah, I wasn't this crazy. I had fun though. Yeah. I mean, if you've got a good story, why don't you share it in the comments about how
Yeah.
crazy your childhood was or your
Yeah.
currenthood was?
And if you care about my knife, it's almost done. By the time this goes out,
You'll put it
I
on
might have it
Instagram?
done.
Nice.
No, I want to get it done.
Done, finished.
Done
All
before
right.
I put it on Instagram. But I'm super excited. It's looking great. I was able to cut paper with it.
Cutting paper?
Which it seems weird. Like for like the more I think about it, like why am I saying I'm cutting paper? But
No, that's how you
The-
test sharpness of knives.
right, and like
Yeah.
being able to like instead of just like cutting straight across, being able to like
Cut
bend
against the
up
grain and
do
slice
the-
with it. Yep.
Yeah, and I was able to do that, and it felt so cool. Like
Very
I made
cool.
this knife,
Yeah.
and it's going to cut things.
Mhm.
But yeah, I'll post that up there.
Yeah.
It'll be good. Excuse me. So
You're excused.
yeah, we thought it'd be fun to do something kind of chill, relaxed.
Yeah, next
Partially-
week we'll have a good topic that we can discuss and
Yeah.
argue about or debate
Argue.
about or agree about. One of the two. That's 4. Whatever.
One of the two it's for. You can see how our weeks have gone.
Yeah, it's been a week.
It's
Yeah.
been a week. But
I'm also old, so you gotta excuse me.
yeah, you're old now.
I creak when I get out of bed. And it's lucky we're turning the camera off before I get out of this chair because I'm gonna creak getting out of the chair too.
But yeah, let us know if you had a fun story of you growing up down in the comments. That, I mean, it's I don't know what else. I don't really want. I could tell more stories.
No, we're not gonna tell more stories right now. Have a wonderful day. Thanks for being here. Thanks for subscribing because you're the best.
Yeah,
And we'll catch you next time.
see you next week at 5
Yeah,
a.m.
5 a.m. Thursday
or
mornings.
whenever you watch it. But
Yeah.
the new episodes are always released at 5 a.m. Thursday
Mhm.
mornings. For what reasons? Because the internet told us to.
The internet told us to. Abraham
So-
Lincoln said it in a quote.
So yeah, we'll catch you on the next one. This was a lighthearted, fun one. We've got some fun stuff, some new things to try from a subscriber as well. We're not going to give any clues, but if you want to send us anything, again, let us know either through email or drop it down in the comments. We love to take your questions, take your suggestions, take all of that, and see what we can do. You're gonna munch on that cookie, aren't you? He bit it normally. We're turning into ASMR. Anyways, well, hey, thanks for tuning in. We'll see you on the next one.